හොඳයි. දැන් IELTS විභාගයට සහභාගී වෙන ඔබ එකේ ස්පීකින් කොටස අපි දන්නවා මේ IELTS ස්පීකින් කොටසත් ඇත්තටම අපි හොඳින් සූදානම් වෙන්න ඕන කොටසක්. ඉතින් self study කරලා ගොඩක් අය කැමති මේ විභාගය පාස් වෙන්න. මම දැන් ඔබට පැහැදිලි කරන්න යන්නේ IELTS book 12 පොතේ ටෙස්ට් 2 එක ස්පීකින් කොටස ටෙස්ට් 2 එකේ ස්පීකින් කොටස පිටුවංක 29. එතකොට මේකේ දැන් තමන් ගැන ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ප්‍රශ්න අහනකොට තමන් ගැන විස්තරයක් අපි කරන්න දැනගන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට මම ආදර්ශ විස්තරයක් මම ඔබට කියන්නම්. දැන් මේකේ පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නේ අහන්නේ the examiner asks the candidate about him herself his her homework studies and other familiar topics. එතකොට දැන් මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න පිළිබඳ අහනකොට එතකොට ඒක අහන්න පුළුවන් can you say something about yourself, can you explain yourself, ඊට පස්සේ can you introduce yourself, ඒ වගේ විවිධ ආකාරයෙන් මේක අහන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේ පිළිබඳ මම කලින් පාඩමකත් පොඩි ආදර්ශ පාඩමක් ඉදිරිපත් කරා මම හිතන්නේ ඔබට ඒකත් බලන්න පුළුවන් වීඩියෝ එක තියෙනවා YouTube එකේ. එතකොට ඒකෙදි අපි හිතමු අපි කතා කරන්නේ කමල් පෙරේරා කියලා මහත්තයෙක් කියලා ඉවරලා අපි හිතමු මේ විභාගයට සූදානම් වෙන්නේ. එතකොට එයා මෙන්න මේ විදිහට කියනවා my name is Kamal Pereira and I studied from I'm from Colombo. I studied at Mount Lavinia, St. Thomas College, Mount Lavinia. I did my advanced level examination in 2008. I did math subjects for my advanced level examination, and after my advanced level examination, I entered the University of Moratuwa, and I passed out in 2014 as a civil engineer, and I started working attached to a Maga company for about 6 years. And now I hope to go to Australia. I'm married and I have 2 children. My father is a mechanical engineer and he is at the moment working attached to the Sierra company, and my mother is a doctor and she is working in the Apollo Hospital in Colombo. So අන්න ඒ වගේ අපිට අපිව ඉන්ට්‍රොඩියුස් කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඒ වගේ විස්තරයක් ඒ සමාන විස්තරයක් ඔබට පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා ලියාගෙන ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න තමන් පිළිබඳව ඉන්ට්‍රොඩියුස් කරනකොට. ඊට පස්සේ අපි ෆ්‍රී ටයිම් ඇක්ටිවිටීස් පිළිබඳව අපි චුට්ටක් දීර්ඝ වශයෙන් කතා කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. මම හිතන්නේ මීට කලින් මම මේ පිළිබඳ වීඩියෝ කිහිපයක් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ වීඩියෝ එකේ මම traveling පිළිබඳව ටිකක් කතා කරන්නම්. So I will speak a little about traveling. එතකොට so during my free time කියලා අපි පටන් ගෙන අපි මේ විදිහට කියාගෙන යන්න පුරුදු වෙන්න ඕන. During my free time I like to travel. එතකොට මේක ඕන කෙනෙකුට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. අර තමන් පිළිබඳ personal information ටික ඒක තමන්ගේ තියෙන තොරතුරු වලට අනුව ඒක adjust කරගන්න පුළුවන්. So you can adjust those information according to your personal information. And but this part actually you can practice alone in the way in common. So during my free time I like to travel. So traveling is actually a really very interesting thing. So I don't like to stay at the same place, and that way actually I feel a little feel boring. But when I travel actually I feel that I have a change in my life, and I like always to have a change. And the other thing is actually I can see the world and experience the world, so I can get a first-hand experience about how things happen all around the world. So that's actually really interesting to learn. So by traveling actually we can learn a lot about the diversity of the world. The world we live in is actually an extremely diverse place. So therefore I like to travel to different places. For example, I like to travel to different places in Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is also a very beautiful country. A large number of tourists every day actually come to Sri Lanka to see the natural beauty as well as to enjoy the tropical food items. So Sri Lanka also has a rich food culture. So anyone can experience different types of food items in Sri Lanka. For example, the Indian food, Chinese food items, and Sri Lankan indigenous food style food items. are some of the varieties, and also the Arabian dishes also you can enjoy here in Sri Lanka. So therefore, a large number of people come to Sri Lanka because they can enjoy a large variety of food items here in Sri Lanka. So next thing is actually, so when I have traveled to Nuwara Eliya, Badulla, Bandarawala, where we can see a lot of natural beauty as well as a different type of climate there. So there's a chilly climate there, so that also sometimes a lot of people like to enjoy that. And I also have traveled to Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa areas, and also Dambulla and Sigiriya areas, where we can see a lot of ancient ruins. And also I have traveled to Jaffna and Trincomalee, and also Pasikuda, and also Unawatuna, Ikkadua areas, because in those areas we can see very beautiful beaches all around Sri Lanka, and they are also very popular among tourists. A large number of foreign tourists, such as the Russian tourists, European tourists, as well as the tourists from United States visit Sri Lanka every day to see these very beautiful beaches. And also you can enjoy a lot of fresh varieties of food items, especially seafood here in Sri Lanka. That is also something very interesting. So whenever I travel and wherever I travel, I take my camera also, and I have taken a lot of photographs in the places that I visited, and I have a large collection of photographs. When I see them, actually I still can remember as well as think about the places I visited, and also I feel very happy when I see those photographs, and they are all actually memories. And so traveling has become a big industry in the modern world. A large number of people travel every day to different types of destinations, and they mainly travel for pleasure, but also a lot of people travel to other countries for enjoyment, for example, for study and business, and other type of reasons, such as political reasons. So traveling for pleasure actually has become a big industry in the modern world, and there are a large number of job items have created, job vacancies have created as a result of that, and millions of people are employed in the field of traveling. And the Maldives, Thailand, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand are some of the countries actually which have made traveling as one of their major modes of income. And in addition to that, actually we see people travel a lot for education. For example, the people from Asia and the African countries travel to Australia and European countries mainly for educational purposes. So the traveling has become easy because of the availability of different types of modes of transport, and also the countries have opened their visa regulations for other people to come to their countries, and so that has become actually a major mode of income in most of these countries. So I think actually traveling will continue to develop in the modern world with the developing trends in the modern world. ලෝකයේ තියෙන උතන ප්‍රවණතා එක්ක traveling ගොඩක් දියුණු වෙයි කියලා මම හිතනවා. එතකොට ඒ වගේ අපිට මේක පිළිබඳව දීර්ඝ වශයෙන් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඊට අමතරව මම මේකේ කතා කරන්න හදන්නේ, is it important to you to eat healthy food කියලා තියෙනවා. Is it important to you to eat healthy food? Is it important to you to eat healthy food කියන එක අපි ඒක පිළිබඳව කතා කරමු. බලන්න, දැන් අපි මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහපු ගමන් අපි පටස් කාලේ මේකට අවතීර්ණ වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි පළවෙනි කාරණය. ඊට පස්සේ මේ පිළිබඳ පොඩි පුහුණුවක් නැත්නම් අපිට දීර්ඝ වශයෙන් කතා කරන්න බෑ. So you can't speak if you do not have a proper training about it. So therefore definitely receiving a training is very important. So this is actually, you should take this as a guide, and if you join our classes, so you can get this training. Is it important for you to eat healthy food? Right, okay. So well, actually the food we eat has become one of the biggest problems as well as very important factors in the modern world, because we see a large number of people they do not take sufficient care about the food they eat. For example, they eat a lot of junk food, for example the fast food items which are available in the shops, and also sometimes they are not prepared under hygienic conditions, and as a result of that actually we see a large number of people sometimes fall sick, and also sometimes they have developed they have become obese, and sometimes they have developed problems and complications such as blood cholesterol and high blood pressure and that kind of diseases as a result of developing cholesterol in the blood veins. So therefore actually the food we eat is really important. We need to eat definitely healthy food. So when it comes to healthy food, we need to eat sufficient amount of fruits and also sufficient amount of green vegetables which contain the essential nutrients that our human body badly needs. But a lot of people actually do not pay sufficient attention to the types of foods they eat and the variety of food items that they should contain in their meals. So as a result of that actually we see a lot of problems in the modern world which occur as a result of not having a sufficient awareness about the types of food that they should eat. ඒගොල්ලෝ ගත යුතු ආහාර පිළිබඳ ප්‍රමාණවත් අවබෝධයක් නැති හින්දා අපිට තේරෙනවා අපි දන්නවා විශාල ලෙඩ රෝග ප්‍රමාණයක් මේ ලෝකේ වර්ධනය වෙමින් පවතින බව. So we see. Therefore we need to take sufficient attention about the types of food we eat. For example, we need to eat a sufficient amount of fruits and also sufficient amount of green vegetables and green leaves. And also the food items which give us energy. Therefore, eating healthy food is actually an extremely important matter, and also a lot of awareness programs are being carried out by various media organizations as well as through education in the modern world. We see a lot of lessons in the syllabi taught in local schools as well as international schools, and it has become a main topic, and that way actually we can make the future generation aware about the types of food that they should eat, and that way actually we will be able to make people more healthy because health is an extremely important factor for the development of a country, and to achieve macroeconomic development in a country, I think eating healthy food and an awareness about the types of healthy food is an extremely important factor. And modern governments are taking a lot of effort in making in raising the awareness of people to take correct types of food items, but still towards the rural areas people do not have sufficient awareness about the types of food they eat, and as a result of that we see a lot of people actually still suffer from and continue to suffer from different types of diseases which occur as a result of wrong food habits they practice. So therefore we need to actually take sufficient care about the types of food we eat. තොරන් ඒ වගේ අපිට මේකේ පිළිබඳ දීර්ඝ වශයෙන් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේක හොඳට ගොඩක් වෙලා මම මේ කියන එක ගොඩක් සැරයක් අහන්න මේ වීඩියෝ එක අහලා ඒ අනුව ඔබ පුහුණු වෙන්න මේවා චුට්ටක් ලියාගෙන වාක්‍ය ලියාගන්න. මේක ඔබ පුහුණු වෙනවා නම් ඔබට පුළුවන් මේක වීඩියෝ එක නවත්තලා වාක්‍ය ලියාගෙන පුහුණු වෙන්න. So I think you understand what I say. So you need to have but when you continue to actually practice these things, so when you continue to listen to these things also, you can develop definitely your knowledge of English. මේකට දෙපාරක් තුන් පාරක් සමහරට පස් හය පාරක් අහනකොට මේ වීඩියෝ එක බලන්න. මේ වීඩියෝ එක ගොඩක් සැරයක් බලන්න. එතකොට ඔබට පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා ඔබේ ඉංග්‍රීසි knowledge එක develop කරගන්න.